Hey guys, Brenny here with another tutorial. This one was suggested by Lukeness0. It was also thumbed up. It's to teach you guys about dispensers and rapid fire dispensers and stuff like that. So it is a fairly basic tutorial, so if you already know about dispensers and how they work, feel free to close the video. Also, if you would love to leave a like before you close it, feel free. Anyway, so over here I'm going to show you 4 pulsars. Now this one's a bit outdated and giant and so unneeded because it's the biggest and slowest. But these 3 here are actually pretty good. These 2 are the same speed, but this one is a lot more capable and you actually have options with it. So this one here is you have to power it, take away the power, and then quickly place the redstone back just to turn it on. And like, see, I can't even do it not on a server, so imagine if I was on a server, it would be a bit of an ass to start. So we're actually going to use this one and this one in our example. Now this one works by, when you turn this switch, it will power this repeater that powers this block. And when you use a repeater on a block, the power actually goes through. So the block here will also be powered, and it's redstone. So the power will go through the loop and use the piston. And when the piston is used, it will push the block here, which will stop the power from going through, which will turn the piston off, which will make the block go back, and basically it just keeps doing that. Alright, so I'm going to use this one here, which is basically a rapid pulsar. So this top half here that's at ground level is a rapid pulsar, and then under it I just put a torch. And that's because when these torches are turned off, it's turned off. And then I just add a switch so I have options to turn it off and on, but you'll see that there is a really fast pulse coming from that. Alright, so to connect these pulses to a piston, all you do is basically, here's our pulsar, here's the one I just showed you. So it does, put a block up leading to a dispenser and put redstone at the dispenser. If the redstone's like this, I don't know if it will work. Yeah, see, it doesn't work. You've got to have it pointing into the dispenser. You could also theoretically have it going through a repeater and hitting, or actually maybe won't even need a repeater. Have redstone hitting the block under it, and then when you turn it on, yep, see, it works perfectly. Basically, when you power a block and there's a dispenser touching it, you can just power that block basically, but I'll show you that in a second in a bit more detail. Now here we have this design over here, and you'll see the wire is connecting to the dispenser, and you'll see when we turn it on, it's pulsing, but the dispenser isn't shooting. And that's because when you have a really fast pulse, for some reason you have to put a torch beside it or a switch beside it. So we'll put a torch beside it, and now when we turn it on, you'll see it shoots just as fast as the pulse. And that's alright for having options and stuff, but what I would do if I was you making this one, which I'll show you in detail how to make, actually this is the one I'll show you how to make. Alright, I would put a switch here and then have a redstone path coming from the switch, like so, going down into this torch, and that's when you flick this switch, it will turn off this torch, which will allow the the pulsar to turn on. And when you flick the switch, it will also give that secondary power to the what is this called? Dispenser, that is it. So you have a system that works all by one switch. Now, don't ask me why you need to have a power source beside the dispenser when you have like a faster pulse going to it, like so. And if you take away the torch, for some reason it doesn't shoot that fast. I have no clue why. I don't know if it's a glitch or just something that reduces lag, I don't know. Anyway, over here you'll see that we have a switch that powers this wire, and when we put the wire into a block, that block is also powered. So if we put our switch back and we put this block here, oops, there we go. When we power this block, there's a dispenser in front of it, so that will actually power the dispenser. So you can basically put these up to walls and stuff and have weird powering systems, like I could put a torch under here and it will shoot an arrow, or maybe even have a switch on here and just powering that block will power the dispenser. Basically whatever the dispenser is touching, so I could put a dispenser here, 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 and here, and shoot them all using just this one thing. Now it's not going to shoot from them all because I don't have arrows in them all, but if I did do that, I'll just put some arrows in some of them. Put arrows in this one, and we'll leave the bottom one. So how many should shoot here? 4 should shoot. There you go, 4 arrows shot, and all using that one block. So over here we have that exact same design, but it's also connected to a rapid pulsar. So the rapid pulsar goes through and hits here, and because the pulse is going to be fast, we need to have redstone torches near the dispensers. So what I did is just have this torch will actually touch these two, and this torch will touch these two, which is unneeded. I suppose you could just have it like this, and all 4 of these will shoot. There's no point chucking one at the front because it's too hard to power. I suppose you could put like maybe a torch somewhere near here. But anyway, so when we flick this switch, you'll actually see that it rapid fires all 4 of them. Oh, well, it's meant to, just these ones are out of arrows, yeah. But yeah, this torch is really important. So if you're having your pulses going through and it's not shooting as fast as the pulses, you most likely need a torch. That's why I like to use the slower design, but like I said, like, who's gonna worry running in front of that? It's not shooting very fast or dangerous looking, but if you ran in front of this, gotta put out block. That actually seems dangerous, although it doesn't seem very accurate. But anyway, I'll teach you how to make this design here, just because it seems the simplest to teach you guys. So what we do is we place 2 blocks like this, and then at the top one we go putting a block on every side of it, like so, and then break the middle. Now what you want to do is go around the bottom, putting a torch on either side. And now on top, just cover it in redstone, so all the top you can see, and you'll see it's pulsating. Now to make a switch for that, we need to dig under it, and we'll put our own little block there, and put a torch. And you'll see the torch powers these torches here. So when we take away this torch, these torches can turn on, but when they're powered, they can't turn on at all. So adding a switch there, we have the option to turn it off and on without actually breaking it. Now either one of these, or even this one if you really want to, but that's a bit of an awkward angle, can be our output. We could actually have them all as our output if we want. We could have all these connected to a dispenser, but for tutorial sakes I'll only connect it to one. Now we just put our dispenser on top of a block and have redstone facing into it, coming from the top output, so you don't have like redstone coming from this torch. I suppose, nah, don't do that. That's just not a good idea. Now we need to have our switch and our switch beside it so that we can turn it on, and when we turn these both on you'll hear it clicking, and that's when it's meant to be shooting. You turn that off and it clicks only sometimes. So what we'll do is we'll actually make that all into one system. So we have our switch here, and beside that block, not here because it will actually mess with the redstone. So beside that block we have redstone going down and facing into this block here, which is our on-off switch, and when we flick this switch it will work perfectly. And that's probably the best design you could have, like, that you can just control by a switch. You could also have an AND gate, an RS NOR latch, or even an AND gate, so when you're stepping on a pressure plate it turns on or doesn't work, or you guys know what I mean. Anyway, sorry if this tutorial is really simple for you, but this is all I can really teach you about dispensers. Feel free to suggest some tutorial ideas for the next video. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. I got a heap of thumbs down from the previous video because apparently it wasn't original, but the whole point is to teach you guys. I don't care about originality. I don't care. You can't invent something new in Minecraft. So yeah, thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment what thing you want, and bye.